I believe that individuals can change the world, and change starts with a single step. Understanding if there's a problem and making the decision to bring a solution to that problem. Actually, I was in consulting, just normal traditional consulting, traveling around the region and looking at how the cities are being developed, and just something hit me like, this is not going to work. I'm not one to put blame onto an individual, to an organization, or to anything else. Just say, this is the challenge, and I believe that I have either the time, the infrastructure, and the passion to solve the problem. And that's really all it was. For me, social entrepreneurship is just entrepreneurship. What's the challenge? Can I solve it? And then I used to kind of say to myself, if I can, I should. If I should, I will. With basically if I see the problem and I have the ability to affect change, I now am obligated in my mind to do so. So actually my first step was to set up a website. It was the ugliest website ever. It looked like Crayola crayons on a computer screen. It was orange and green, right? It doesn't get any worse. But it was my first step. It basically forced me into accountability, because it said, here, I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna see if anyone responds. And yeah, 15 years later, we have 25,000 active volunteers. So it worked. We have a much better website now, though. And so I guess what fuels my passion changes, and passion cannot be your primary fuel source. And I think as an entrepreneur, you start off with passion. I want to save the world. I want to save a polar bear. I want to fix this problem. I'm passionate. But at some point, the work becomes work. And you have to have teams. You have to have impact. You have to be able to look at what you're doing and find purpose, see impact, and know that you are not crazy. Because at the end of the day, if all you have is passion, you're running in one direction, but the world's going the other direction, you're gonna end up in a really bad place, and you're gonna feel like you haven't succeeded, then you're gonna give up. And that could take 3 months, or it could take 3 years before you find that could be your whole career. But when you start to actually, you use passion as your starting point, but then you start bringing tools, you start bringing resources, you start bringing people, and you start having impact, then your passion shifts from a pure polar bear to the impact, the mission of the organization, to many other things. So I remain passionate basically by seeing how things are evolving, the impact that we're having, knowing that we weren't crazy, and that with every step we're having more and more positive impact to the communities, to the environments, to the economies that we're concerned about. And I think that for me is kind of what it's all about. What's the challenge, and what can I do to bring a solution?